What's up everyone and Happy New Year. In this video, I want to recap a few videos that I did in 2022 and I'm going to talk about my goals for the art studio and what I'd like to accomplish over the next year. I'm only going to recap a few videos because it would be a lot to go through all of my videos. So I'm going to do this first one that I did in 2022 and then I'm going to recap my favorite ones after that. The first video that I published was a cheap versus expensive paint video, and I love doing these because I like using new paints, new art supplies, new products. It's like the first time you do anything, it's a totally different sensation whenever you're using a new paint. Then I can directly compare them, put them side by side, and pick out what I really like about one paint and what I don't like about another paint. Also, this video is the first time that I use certain camera angles and camera techniques, and I haven't really used them a lot since then. I've used them a few times, but I definitely need to go back and use some of those because those are some really cool effects. I will say it's also really cringy to watch my own videos. I mean, I shoot and edit everything myself, so I've seen all of it before, probably 100 times. But watching something from a year ago makes me really hope that I'm getting better at making videos. Next up is the Golden Brand Challenge video. In this video, I challenged myself to only use the materials available inside the kit. And of course later I realized it wasn't much of a challenge because it lists all of the paints inside the kit. But at the time I didn't realize that. So I went into this project without knowing what I was going to get. And this was a really fun project that I did, and I really would love to do another variation of something like this in the future. One thing I really love about this painting that I finished is how ridiculous it is. I did this right around Valentine's Day, so I love the idea of having this really dumb looking heart, and so that's why this one is labeled Dumb Love. But this was such a fun project to do. I'm not going to review this next video, but as I was scrolling through, I came across a thumbnail, and back in March of this past year, I was considering leaving YouTube and starting to stream on Twitch, which I don't mind doing live videos, but it just reminded me how that would have been a horrible decision because I had so many problems with Twitch. Now, I'm not saying to not stream on Twitch. I'm not saying Twitch is a bad company. It just didn't work for me because I wound up having more issues with my computer and my camera, trying to figure out why my live stream was lagging and what was going wrong. And it became really frustrating and really annoying because the whole point of what I was trying to do was to paint live. And, you know, when I could do that, I got a lot of viewers and had a lot of fun doing it and had a lot of fun interacting with people. But again, I just struggled so hard to get everything to work together simultaneously, and it became more of a why is my stream not working stream. So now when I do live streams, I just do it on Instagram, TikTok. I've done it like once or twice on YouTube, but yeah, just Twitch didn't work out for me, and scrolling past that thumbnail reminded me of that. Up next is the mural video, which doesn't really narrow it down because I've done several murals this past year. But I did this video in April, and it's the Wild West video with the bunny cowboy, which this was such a fun painting, and it was a really fun video to shoot. I did a few camera techniques that I haven't done before. And a fun fact, my daughter actually spotted a baby snake while we were at the art park, and it turned out to be a copperhead snake, which is extremely dangerous. So I had to keep my daughter at a safe distance while also simultaneously shooing this snake off to a safe part of the park. The next video I'm going to be recapping is the spray can video I did directly after the mural video. I love doing spray paint cans because I feel like it's such a unique art project that a lot of artists do, and it's a great way to upcycle and keep empty spray cans out of landfills. It's also a really challenging project because the spray cans inevitably want to roll around and move while you're drawing or painting on them. Anytime that I do a mural, I end up with about 15 or 20 empty spray cans, and I just recently finished a mural, so I'll be doing another spray can video in the near future. The last video that we're going to be recapping is the Scooby-Doo Stranger Things mashup painting that I did. This painting turned out so amazing. I love this project so much, and I put so much detail into the background of this painting. A lot of work went into this, and I feel like this is kind of the perfect mashup. You've got the Scooby-Doo gang and the strange happenings in Hawkins. So all around, I love this art project. And in my opinion, this is one of the better videos that I've done on YouTube. So this is definitely one of my favorite videos. And another fun fact, the day after I finished this painting, I went and set up at a Comic-Con, and this painting immediately sold. I want to say I was set up for about 2 hours, and this painting was sold and gone. And now my goals for the studio for this next year. I know it's New Year's, but these aren't New Year's resolutions. These are goals to help grow my business and my studio. And each one of these goals are like baby steps that also have their own phases and baby steps before they can be accomplished. My first goal is to grow my audience, which sounds like a no-brainer. I'm constantly working towards this goal and trying to achieve a bigger and larger audience, but that's going to be a key factor in some of the goals that I have for this year. The first step I'm going to take to achieve this goal is to create a monthly newsletter for the studio. So if you sign up, you'll get an email once a month giving you updates, upcoming events, and exclusive offers that are only going to be available in the newsletter. So if that's something you're interested in, you can go to pdshawn.com to sign up for the newsletter. My second goal is to be more consistent with my content. If you're a regular follower of the channel, you know that I might post 3 times a month or I might post every other month. So one thing I really want to do is start posting more frequently and more consistently, and also want my content to be more consistent. Before, when I was recapping my videos, I really loved doing the cheap versus expensive videos, the mural videos. I love doing thrift store finds. So I want to start doing those more frequently. I also want to become more consistent in engaging with social media, not just on my own posts, but also on other creators' posts that I really enjoy following. Another goal is to make my artwork more accessible. Yes, you can always go on my website, place an order, and I will ship that directly to you. But I also want to put my artwork in local shops so that as people are out shopping, they see my artwork and it becomes recognizable. Now, what all of this are leading towards are my larger goals for this year. The first goal that I have is to get a paid sponsor for the studio, a company that's willing to invest financially in the studio in exchange for engagement from followers and viewers. That's going to help grow the studio financially, and it's going to help me achieve larger projects that I've been planning for a long time. Another large goal that I have for this year is to open a brick and mortar store. I want to have a retail space where I can sell my artwork and I can put my studio in the back of that space. So that would mean leaving this studio and moving into a new studio. By doing that, I'm going to be able to focus more on the artwork that I really want to create. One of the many ways that you can help achieve this goal is to share videos, social posts, and awareness of the studio, and that's going to help build recognition, audience, and community. Another way is to join my Patreon, which has a print of the month club, behind the scenes, art tutorials. And speaking of Patreon, I want to give a huge shout out to all of my patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you guys so much for all of your contributions. If you want to help the studio and get some really cool stuff while you do, make sure to go to patreon.com/pdshawn. Also, make sure to check out my website, pdshawn.com, where all of my artwork's available and it ships anywhere in the US for free. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe if you haven't, leave a comment below, and I'll see you guys next time.